crafty friends. I am here with a Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde inspired make for the Tim Holtz Halloween Ideology. And as I said in one of my previous videos, that I am sharing these very quickly before I ship them out. So I probably won't be as detailed as, I might if I was not in a hurry. But I just wanted to take some time before I ship these out to make a quick video talking through some of the details of my makes. And so this was one that I really enjoyed making. This is a divided box, and this has a piece that goes here that I took out because I just wanted to use the pieces this way. What this is supposed to be, it's supposed to be 3 kind of snapshots or moments in time in a progression of Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. And I'm calling this Metamorphosis. So we'll start off here on this side, and hang on, I have something stuck on this. Okay. In this section, this is supposed to be his laboratory. So as you can see, I have some of the new test tubes, and I made little test tube holders for these out of just some floral wire that I got at, I think, the Dollar Tree, and it was purple. So I painted it. I put grit paste on it, and then some crayons to make them look really old and crusty. And then this is just a little bit of, glossy accents. And I sprayed in each one of these, I sprayed some of the new mica stains in some of those to make them kind of shimmery. And then I let them dry, and then I put the tops on them. These are the new curator snippets, which are so cool. I could use these all year long. I absolutely love those curator snippets. They're not Halloween related per se. They're just really great and can go with just about anything. If you just need a little snippet of something, absolutely wonderful. I cut a matchbox in half. I covered it, and I'll talk about that in a minute because there's something hidden in here that's a little surprise. And then one of the new things that's in the ephemera that I absolutely love are the book covers. So much love for the new book covers that are in there. Here's a tiny vial with a little snippet on there. I've got a skull and some bits of mummy cloth. This is one of the baseboards. I used Etc., the pinked Etc. trim, and my Sizzix decorative trims die to cut some of the base backdrop paper. And then this is a backdrop paper. And then the little flask that we have here, this one is called Laboratory. And if you look in it, it has all kinds of those bubbles that I colored with alcohol ink. And then when he's working, it turns on, and there you go. So that's the laboratory. Oh, I know what I forgot to tell you, right? I said to remember, and then I forgot, is that in the matchbox, I have a couple of little things that hint at the fact that Dr. Jekyll knew that things might not go well. And so he put in one drawer a key for the lock to the thing over here, the door over here. And in here, he put a bottle of poison, and that is also sparkly because I used the mica spray and the glossy accents on that one too. And this is an old rub-on. So if you have any of those older rub-ons with the skulls, you can still use those on your tiny vials. So there you go with my drawers. Normally, I wouldn't pull them all the way out. They're just made to pull out like that. But I wanted to show you the detail. Then if we move over here, I'm going to turn this off as we move over to the study. And you can tell that the study used to look really beautiful. It was a very nice masculine study until the metamorphosis began, after he started taking some of the things that he was working on in his laboratory. And so here is a test tube. And if you look at the bottom, there are all kinds of the little snippets curator ephemera all crinkled up and messed up on the ground. We've got the drippy candles, which you know are a favorite. So we've got a drippy candle, and if you look, I scratched up and then used some black distress crayon to make it look like it had been torn and burned maybe from the candle as the study kind of got destroyed as he was making his metamorphosis. The poor bird cage has just been completely broken up, and there's bits of snippets in there, and I snuck in a butterfly because remember, this is called Metamorphosis, and so I went ahead and kind of put that in there, even though he's not turning into a butterfly. He's going the other way, but anyway, some more of the little snippets. I put a raven who got out of the bird cage when it was kind of destroyed. Some more drippy candles. This is the bracket, etc. trim that I cut down so it would fit in here, and then I put it so it looks like it's falling. One of the new Gothic frames, and then this is one of the paper dolls that you know, in the paper dolls this time there are some photos, and so this is one of the photos, and then it's kind of been destroyed by him during his metamorphosis, just like everything else. And then this is one of the books that kind of ended up thrown over here, and you can see some more of that burned wallpaper in different areas. The back is the worn wallpaper parts, and then this is one of the trims, those little trims from the worn wallpaper that's on there. And this is a baseboard with some hands, and if you note, it is at 10:31. So I picked that time because this is a Halloween make. So this took probably the longest because I was trying to let the glossy accents and the mica spray dry so that it would stay, you know, on that part of the test tube. All right, and then last but not least, as we come to this last section, this is a baseboard, I keep saying baseboard, a backdrop paper that looks kind of like riveted metal. And so I took two of the vignette panels and I stuck them together to make a doorway per se. And I put some of the part of the regular Idea-ology line. It's the gears and then this kind of wheel thing, and then I used a couple of these new little chains with the clips and one of the new locks so that it would look like the door was kind of, you know, closed. And this typewriter tin that I really kind of grunged up, but then when you open it, if you peek, you can see that he has made his metamorphosis, and this is one of those, I think it's a layers, could be a baseboard, but this is the moon, and so I made him look kind of, using distress crayons and things like that, I made him look like he was Mr. Hyde. And then this window, the porthole through the door, that is one of the new window baseboards that I absolutely love those windows. So I said in one of my other videos, get the window baseboards because you can use those all year long, and I'm super excited to get to use them for Christmas. So I'm definitely going to be using those for that. So this isn't it, and that's my cat Leota. She's totally fine. She's just behind me, you know, and she wants me to stop and pet her. All right, hang on. There we go. So that kind of gives it the creepy vibe. And then you open it up, and there he is peeking at you. Detail. So there you go. Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, the Metamorphosis. Thanks so much for sticking with me as I talked through this. If you have, as always, if you have any questions, please, you know, give me a quick email from my blog. There's a way to contact me through my blog, and I will have all of everything that I used here detailed on my blog so that if you're interested in it, you can get it, even if I'll put the name of the rub-ons if I can find those too, even the older stuff. So I hope you enjoyed this. Thanks, and I will see you in the next one.